Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie, and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. Now, I'll just be a minute, I haven't finished setting up yet. It's took me so long to. So, we're going to start with the trial of Sara Sharif's father, stepmother, and uncle. Now let's see where's my picture. Now the last, have I taken the picture of them? No, I haven't. So here we go. On the left here we've got Urfan, who's Sarah's father. In the middle we've got Beinas Batul, who is Sarah's stepmother. And on the right we've got Faisal, who is Urfan's brother and Sarah's uncle. Now, it's first of all, well, let's just explain what happened. So, Sarah died just of multiple injuries. There's not been given a specific cause of death so far. She had so many injuries, this little 10-year-old girl. This is Sarah. Let's have a look at Sarah. She had so many injuries, they were consistent with, a car accident or falling from a great height. They'd been inflicted over 2 years. There was a catalogue of abuse. I'm not going to go through it all again now. Sometimes it involved a cricket bat, human bites, iron burns, hit by a white rod, having a hood put over her face and duct tape. There were just multiple injuries on this poor girl. Anyway, in the end, her little body just couldn't take any more and she just gave up the ghost, literally, died. And then, of course, there was a big panic from Urfan, who'd been abusing her for years, and probably Beinas as well. And they all went off to Pakistan, the three of them, with the other children, for Sarah's natural brother, and then 3 other children, Urfan and Beinas, have from their relationship. Off they went to Pakistan. Urfan rang the police from Pakistan to say that Sarah was dead in the house, and the police had to go and sort of discover that scene. And little Sarah was in her little pajamas in bed, deceased. Then they came back to face the music, but really they came back because they were persona non grata in Pakistan. Their family had got fed up, of the whole situation. I think that's why they came back, really. I'm sure if they could have carried on in Pakistan being hidden, because there's no extradition treaty with Pakistan, I think they would have stayed. They came back because their family made it impossible for them to stay there because they were fed up. Anyway, they left the children there, but they came back and were arrested as soon as they hit the tarmac at Gatwick. And so the trial is continuing. And we've heard so far that initially Urfan confessed to killing Sarah. He confessed to it, said it was him. He was beating her legally, he said. How you beat someone legally, I'm not really quite sure, but that's what he said. But he didn't mean to kill her, and he was sorry and that. Then when it came to the trial, last week in the trial, he turned around and started blaming the stepmother, Beinas, and it was her fault. And then we had all the evidence from previous girlfriends. We had evidence from Olga, Sara's biological mother, who unfortunately had sort of lost touch with Sara, hadn't seen Sara for 2 years. She failed to get custody of her. Olga is Polish. We had her testimony and also the testimony of 2 other ex-girlfriends of Urfan's who said he was aggressive, controlling, etc. But he was insisting it wasn't him, it was Beinas Batul. She was the baddie. He was frightened of her. She was abusing him. She was the in charge at home. He was at work all the time, and he would come home to find that Beinas had been abusing Sarah, etc. This is where we were the other day. Then boom, suddenly now he's taking responsibility, which is sort of odd, isn't it? What's happening here? Why is he taking responsibility now? You know, it's like what's the word? Have they come to some agreement where maybe you can, you know, maybe it's to try and save beinas? Are they hoping that the children will go back to beinas sooner or later? Surely not. She's never going to get those children back, is she? Even if she doesn't end up going to prison? I don't know. But hi, Anon. Yes, we're going to be looking at the Jojo Dullard family, the Jojo Dullard case after this one. We're just going to talk first. Sorry, there's another, and Anna Knezovich. We're going to be talking about a few. Anyway, but welcome and thanks for watching. So let's see what the latest in the trial was. And as I say, you know, as I always say with this, you know, this is very sensitive. You know, it can be triggering. It's horrible to hear these injuries and what happened to Sarah. But having said that, I think we need to know, don't we? We need to know what happened to Sarah. This guy should be shown up for what he is. Anyway, so the latest the other day on Friday, that's today, so it's been updated today. Father admits lying to blame his wife for beating his daughter before her brutal death. Whereas earlier in the trial at the Old Bailey, he had accused his wife of tying up and beating his daughter, but now he's admitting. Right, let's have a look, see if we can find this. Why is that? There's a video here, but I think it's passed on to the next one. Let's have a look. So we have seen this video. This is the body cam footage from the night that Sarah was discovered.
Disfruta esta Navidad al máximo.
Just have to have a quick video,
gratis para que hagas con ellos lo que te dé la gana, como felicitar las fiestas a tu madre o a tu abuelo o a quien tú quieras. Así sí, simio.
Come on, let's have the video. Okay. So yeah, just a warning. So this was the police turning up at the house because he'd phoned the police. Little Sarah's in this house on her own, in bed.
Just to bear in mind, the mayor has just got contact us, so he's currently driving back to the address. He said he cannot give more details.
Police, hello, anyone in?
Very hysterical on the phone, they're really struggling.
So Urfan left the key under the mat. He took down all the door cam video, etc., before they left to go to Pakistan, but he left the key under the mat for the police. And this is the police arriving. Now we're going to look in a moment at some photos from the house as well. This house is immaculate. Honestly, absolutely immaculate. So somebody in this house was obsessed with cleaning. So bear in mind, it's a house where 3 adults live and 5 children. And the house is immaculate. Unbelievable. I wish my house was that immaculate. But, you know, I wouldn't swap my house, obviously, my household. You know, it's not perfect. But, you know, I wouldn't want a household like that. But this house is absolutely meticulous. It's actually too meticulous when you think they've just fled to Pakistan because he's murdered his daughter in the house. They've left the house like a show house.
Josh, you unlock the front door. Police, hello?
Yeah, it's so very eerie because oh, hang on. It's so very eerie because then you see the police going upstairs, and then of course, you know, what they find upstairs is not very nice. You know, they find Sarah up there, so very sad. Right, I'm trying to get back to the article now. But yeah, how could you know, how could it be left so clean and tidy? let me just show you these photos. I'll just go down. I'm going to read the article, but just there's some photos of the house. Oh, there were some photos of the house. It must be on another article. Anyway, let's go through the article. Sorry, I'm... So, Sara Sharif's father inflicted inhuman violence upon his daughter, which was completely normalised in the family's household, jurors have heard. In a dramatic admission in the witness stand, Urfan Sharif told jurors he lied to them in a bid to blame his wife for the schoolgirl's death. And under questioning, Sharif said accusations he had made against beinas of tying up and beating his daughter were not true. When he was asked if he had lied and tried to implicate someone else, he said yes. He confessed to hitting the schoolgirl with a cricket bat. As I say, take caution here because it's horrible. Hitting the schoolgirl with a cricket bat as she was bound with packaging tape, as well as to repeatedly throttling her with his bare hand and to hitting her with a metal pole as she lay dying. Oh my God. But he continues to deny her murder, telling the court, she died because of me, but I didn't want to kill her. Just unbelievable. What, hitting her while she was lay dying? Goodness me. So, key points. The father admits trying to blame his wife for the daughter's death. He is accused of being the common denominator. Urfan Sharif admits lying during cross-examination. He confesses to beating her but denies her murder and admits tying his daughter with tape before beating her. So the trial is obviously continuing today as well. So what is set to happen today? The cross-examination of Urfan Sharif is set to resume once again with prosecutor William Emlyn Jones Casey to continue questioning. On Thursday, he called the taxi driver a coward as jurors heard that violence was completely normalised within their household, as Sara's father admitted using a cricket bat on his daughter. So the inhuman violence meted out to Sara Sharif was completely normalised in the family with all three adults in on it. All three adults in on it. Well, they must have known about it. You know, even if the others didn't do it, they must have known about it. Anyway, they're all, so he's 42, his wife is 30, his brother is 29, and they're accused of being party to years-long abuse, which culminated in her death last August. Now, it just makes you think, because there has been talk about the other children being abused as well. Is that why they've taken the children off to Pakistan? Also, he did try to blame the children for doing it as well. Not only did he try to blame beinas for doing it, which I think personally she has had something to do with it, because to me it seems entirely suspicious that Sara had bite marks and beinas, she was the only one that wouldn't give her dental impressions. So to me, that says that she is probably the one that bit Sara, because the other two did volunteer their dental impressions and they were not consistent with the bites on Sara. So beinas is the biter, definitely. So she was found dead at the family home in Woking, Surrey, the day after they fled to Pakistan. Now, it's amazing because Sara is always smiling on every picture. You see of her, this is her in a hijab because, you know, they started dressing her in the hijab because she was covered in bruises. So, you know, hijabs are very convenient, aren't they, for covering up bruises, etc. Let's listen to, this is the 999 call. Let's listen to that. We've not listened.
I need you to take a breath because I cannot understand what you're saying, okay? Your daughter has died.
I killed my daughter. I killed my daughter. My daughter is dead. Panic and left her.
Who's killed your daughter?
It's me.
Okay.
Father.
How?
I said she was naughty after the teacher died.
I'm going to need you to slow down, okay? How have you killed your daughter?
I beat her up. It wasn't my intention to kill her, but I beat her up too much.
What led to this all happening?
I think she was naughty over the last 3-4 weeks, and I was giving her punishment that she to sort her out. And just I did something and she died.
Was she breathing when you left?
No, she was not. I tried to resuscitate her, tried to give her CPR, everything, but I failed. I left in panic.
I need you to listen to me, okay? When did this happen?
About 36 hours ago.
This happened 36 hours ago?
Yes. I'm a cruel father.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, that's exactly what you are, a cruel father. Why can't I get, hang on. So yeah, that's very emotional, isn't it? That he only rang the 36 hours later, he rang the ambulance or the police or whatever. He didn't even try to get us saved. He could have phoned an ambulance. They might have been able to bring her back. It's just foul, isn't it? It's foul. So foul. Anyway, so that's where we are with this trial. So he is now admitting to killing Sarah. So Sarah's injuries were similar to those suffered by falling 20 foot from a roof. Good God. He broke her spine. He hit her so hard with a cricket bat that he broke her spine. And they asked him, did you intend to cause her at least a serious injury? And he said, no. Oh, come on. Right. Anyway, just wanted to let you know where we are. This was them arriving at Gatwick, but there were some pictures of the house. Let me see. There were some pictures of the house on one of the things I was looking at. And anyway, just take it from me, it was a complete show home. It's perfectly clean. I cannot believe that house, is it on this one? I can't believe that a house where they fled at the last minute, because of him murdering his daughter, could be so clean, tidy, orderly. How is that? They must have been terrified of him to keep that house so clean and tidy. Bye, Kelly. Night, night. So that's where we are with that case. He's now confessed and confessing to it. So what will that mean for Beinas? But where did the bite marks come from? So more to come. The trial continues today. So we're going to move off that. You'll be glad to hear.